hearing. So we are going to start this training now. We are going to start this class, and this is the second week of this training, right? And we have been able to cover from week one and to week two. We are in week two, so we are going to cover the week two. In week one, I guess our instructor talks out about an introduction to the curriculum. It gave us some examples of what we are going to do, and also it talks about Python, where it introduced Python and introduced us to variables and all. It introduced us to common case and all. So I think the week one it was fully successful, it done, and the text was done right, and instructor savior.
Yes, sir, it was done. The test was done perfectly.
Code, and that was our week one, and week one is over. Okay, and I believe everybody did well. So we are in week two. We are going to join twice this week too, and I believe each and every one of us will do well better this week. And so far last week, what was the challenges you were having?
I thank you. I last week my message was I think I had a network issue be to participate fully in the class, but I think I have addressed that now. The
Okay,
network
good,
is
good.
quite better now.
Okay, good.
That's
Mrs. Francis, I don't know if you can speak because you have a mute. So can you? I want to hear from you.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Good
Okay,
evening.
evening.
I think I have two major challenges which I dropped during the comment section. The first one, I was able to spot it out, being network and setting, and I was able to rectify that one. Then the second one, the previous class, I had emergency power how will I put it, outage, and it affected me. So I didn't really follow up the the snake
Okay.
case and dentation. Yeah.
I think the class was recorded. Please, I want you to go back to the class. If you want me to give you the link, I will also share the link for you, okay? I want you to be able to cover up where you are lacking behind, and I want you to take this class serious, and this is important for you. And I think you have been seeing those people who have graduated and their testimonials, okay? And so far, and I see your activeness, your seriousness, and your dedication towards this training. I believe this will help you a lot in your field, and also in your careers. And and also, Mrs. Frances, and I want to tell you that I believe I understand that you have an emergency and you're also taking care of some of your children and all. But I want you to know that when you are having some emergency or challenges, please drop it on the group chat so that the instructor will be aware of the the your absence, okay? And so far, Mrs. Frances, Mrs. Frances.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
So I want to ask a question. How is this training so far? How is this training to you?
Okay, it's very okay. I'm following up. Like I
Is
said, the scheme from the first day I saw the scheme, I was very, because it's what I wanted when it comes to data analysis. These are especially Python. I think I did a course with Power BI, so I needed a course on Python. and using this Google Colab is my first time, so I'm enjoying the whole process.
Okay, good, good and fine. So soon to I want to also hear from you before we start this class.
Okay, okay. So far, so good. I have not had any challenge in terms of trying to understand the class I'm been following.
Okay,
So,
good,
and
good,
this is what I want. And the instructor
good,
is explaining things very well for us to understand perfectly. I
good,
I don't have any challenge.
good. I want the best for each and every one of you. And also to my instructor, I believe my instructor is the best. Okay, I only know my instructor.
Yes, sir.
So, so I think we are going to start. Let's move into our business for today. So we can start,
All
Instructor
right.
Sylvia.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be in class even today. Thank you. I'm excited to be in class even today. So I just want us to see what we have covered so far before I start today's class. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen with us. Let me share my screen with us. Let me see. Okay, just give me a second. I want to share my screen with us. Second, please. Aha, we are here. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, please? If you
I can see your screen, but it's dark. Okay, I can see
Yeah,
it now.
you can see. I can see it now.
all right,
Okay.
thank you. So I just want us to see this was our agenda in week one, and we're able to cover this. We even went beyond. We did last week was actually week one. This is our week two, and actually this is where we are. If you remember, we did Python syntax last week. Rules of declaring a variable. We did it last week too. So this is where we are actually today. Data types and operators. Then I want us to take these three: data type, operators, string operation, and list. We'll take these three tonight before we close, and then we'll continue with week three next week. One of the reasons why I like us to move at this pace is because there is something below that is a little bit more tedious that will require more time for us to tackle it. Yes, let me use that word. It will require more time for us to sit down and look at it carefully. Because of that, we'll be moving like this so that by next week, if we're in week four, I'll be happy because there's something I'd like us to cover down here, and it will require us to take much time so that everybody follow. I think that's fine. So let's dive into today's class. Let's dive into today's class. Okay. So all right. We stopped at I don't know whether I explained intent. I can't remember whether I explained indentation in the last class, but let me explain it now. Then we move to what we have for today. All right. This is where I am. What is indentation? What is indentation? Indentation is a space at the beginning of a code line. It is very important as Python uses indentation to indicate a block of code. If indentation is not correct, we will end up having indentation error. I will show you the example below. Now, if you remember very well, like indentation is very key. Um, Indentation when it is not, when it's not it's not correct, it give us indentation error. I want us to search online. I want us to search what is, why is indentation very key. What is the importance of indentation in Python? What is the importance of indentation in Python?
Okay, and I believe you are going to share the screen to your Google.
Yes, yes, sir. I'm doing that. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now. I'll read on the screen. In Python is crucial because it defines the structure and grouping of code blocks. Unlike many other programming languages that use curly braces or keywords to delineate code blocks, Python relies solely on indentation. Now, it makes indentation a syntactical requirement. Let me not read everything. What I just want us to understand is this part that say that it is because it defines the structure and grouping of code blocks. Now, sorry, that was sorry, so sorry, that was an emergency call. Sorry, that was an emergency call. I needed to pick this. So let's continue. Um, okay. So indentation, back to this. I was saying that it's important in for us to use indentation because it shows a block of code that belong to a particular indentation block. So for example, this example I said indent is equal to 2.4. If indentation is equal to 2.4, print correct. Now this is how this code was written. Let's write it again. Indent equals to 2.4. Now I want to use the if statement to show this example. Even though we have not gone completely into it, if statement, I'd like to use this as an example. Equals to 2.4. It means that we're going to say print, sorry, print correct, okay, print correct. Else, that's the if else statement. Else, else we should print wrong. Print wrong. Good. Let's watch and see something. Did you notice that it gave me invalid syntax? It gave me invalid syntax. Now, let's go back and look at it and you see something. Here, they okay, this is supposed to be print, but there's something else I want to explain. Good, good. If you notice, see where this else is. Else is having the same color as the blue. So it's if else is a statement of its own. So they have to be on the same indentation column. They have to be, both of them have to be like this. Do you notice that they said in the definition, they said that indentation, if indentation is not correct, it will end up having indentation error. So because if else is a statement of its own, if I move this else, if else is taken inside, it will give us syntax error, or it will give us indentation error, showing that what else was not indented properly. So if print comes here, for instance, expected an indented block after else statement. So this is else. So print has to go inside. Then we have that, and it will give us correct. This is simply because indentation was obeyed. If and else are a statement on their own, like the two of them, they work, they go hand in hand. So you can't keep else inside, you can't take else inside and leave if outside. Another way I'd like us to observe this is that when we are using statements that have the same color, conditions that are in the same color, like if I write something and it's in the same color, it shows that what it shows that they belong together. So their indentation has to be taken alongside with each other. Another way I also like us to understand is, for instance, see, when I wrote print, I put correct in open and close. uh, I put it here, and you see that it's in red. These two is shown in red, which means they are the same type of data type. Okay, that's all about indentation that I would like us to look at. So we'll move to one of the agendas I said we are looking at today is data type in Python. Data type in Python. So now, what is a data type in Python? Python data types are used to define the data of the type of a variable. Python data types are used to define the type of a variable. There's one I've been talking about since. I've been talking about strings, I've been making use of strings and stuff like that. So this is where I'm actually going to deal uh, about it completely. So let me write the text. What what are the data types in Python? Or rather, examples of data type in Python. We have uh, we have good number of data types in Python. We have numeric data type, we have string data type, we have boolean data type, and a sort of others. But we're basically going to make use of numeric data type, string data type, boolean data type. These are the three we are going to look at. Let me write it. We have first is numeric. Numeric data type. So we have string. Okay, somebody want to say something? Who could that be? I'm
Okay,
coming.
so yeah, it's me. I
All right.
wanted to ask, can we get to know the total number of data types we have following the other way we imported number of words? If we can use
Okay.
that
Number of
to
keywords.
yes,
Okay,
if
let,
we can
let me
import
see.
know the total.
Okay, let me see. I've not done that before, but let me see. Data.
No, it cannot work. Okay, so it cannot
Okay.
work. You search through the your Google to list out the data types. Search through them, and you see the list of data type we have. Okay, you cannot get it just like the way you get this keyword. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay.
Keyword.
Okay.
When we got that keyword, the list of keywords, it's just that that was this inbuilt keyword which the system have already programmed. So in data type, we have so many data type. That's why the system do not have one particular data type. I believe you understand. So instructor Savior, I would like
Sir.
you to search on Google and
Okay.
type for the list of data type we have, okay, in
Okay.
Python.
All right. All right. Let me do that right away. Let me do that. Okay. Register. What are the use of data type Python? So someone should read for us the ones you are seeing. Somebody should read for us.
Nothing is displaying, sir.
Oh,
Sir, please, you are not seeing your screen.
oh, sorry,
Okay, it's
sorry,
now
sorry.
in.
Okay, okay. Okay, you can now read it. Anybody at all, read it quickly, please.
Different kinds of Python data types. The first one is numeric data types.
Yes.
That, in- that includes int, float, complex. The
Okay.
second one, string
Data
data
type.
types.
Yes, which is string.
The third one, yeah, sequence types. That includes list, tuple, and then range.
Okay.
Binary types. That includes bytes, byte array, memory view. And the fourth one is mapping data type, including dict, Boolean data type, that's short bool, set data types, set and forensic set.
All right. Thank you. That's okay. So these are the data type we have in Python programming language. So how many are there? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me copy them and take them to the other side. And I'll explain them, each and every one of them, as we go. Good. So those are the types, data types that we have in Python. So we have numeric data type, string data type, sequential data type. We have binary data type, mapping data type. We have Boolean data type and set data type. So let me start explaining them one after the other. I'll start with the first one, which is numeric data type. Now, for numeric data type, is a data type that holds particularly values that are either integers, floating, or complex numbers. What do I mean? They hold digits, they hold numbers, they hold 1 to 3, the ones we can count. So they hold digits, they hold numbers, stuff that can be counted. I believe we are following. That's just what numeric data type is. Just for us to have a wider understanding, I would like to search again. Numeric data type. That's just okay. Look at it. As I explained, they say numeric data type represent numerical values such as integers or floating point numbers, and is used to store and manipulate quantities in programming and data analysis. So it include values that include what integers and floating point numbers. Now let's go back to this tab. The next question one will tend to ask is, what is an integer value? Integer values are values that come without a decimal number. integer values, integer, they have integer values, they don't have values, do not have a decimal number attached to them, a decimal place rather, a decimal place, a decimal point attached to them. So integer values do not have a decimal point attached to them. Why we have for values, float values have decimal point attached attached to them. That is what a floating value carries. Then for the last one, which is complex values, complex data type, complex data type, complex values, they contain they contain um, digits with um, let's say with alphabet. Yeah, alphabet. I'll practicalize alphabet, something like that. So now, example of integer values are, this is basically, let's say 19, 20, 21, as the case may be. These are integer values. For floating values, we're going to have stuff like 4.57, 4.89, 4.9, 4.5.0, 5.0. Those are examples of floating value. Then the last one, complex numbers, we have something like, let's say 12 plus 3j, or 13 plus 4i. This is these are examples of these are the examples of complex numbers, complex example of numeric data type, integer, float, and complex. I believe we are all following. So how do we know, or how do we check for data type? In this note here, remember the last time I told you that when you're writing your code, when you're writing your project, or you're writing your programming, you have to add some notes up like this, so that even a non-programmer will be able to understand. So here I wrote this hashtag, I use it, and what is this called? Somebody should answer. When you use a hashtag to write in words explaining a particular code, what is it called?
Comment.
Said
Huh?
Comment. Comment.
Com- all right,
Comment.
thank you. That's a comment. A comment is used to will explain it will explain what is there. So I said create a variable with integer value. So it's an integer value, and I wrote fees. This is not correct. Fees. Fees, and I said this is what 19, 1900, 1900. I now say print open bracket the type of variable having value fees. Having value fees is a type fees. Okay, Let me explain what I did here. This what I wrote here, I'm trying to say that you should print the type of data that Fizz is holding. You should print the type of data that Fizz is holding, and he printed the type of variable having the value 19. 1900 is class integer. This is a class integer. There is a shorter way you can go about this. Let me use the short way. If I say type, if I just write type Fizz, no, that's wrong. If I just write type Fizz, are you seeing it? It will give me integer. This is telling me that this value that Fizz hold is what? Is an integer value. It's an integer value. Let's move to the next one. I use this comment, create a variable with a float value. So for floating point, I use CGPA and I said 4.56. So this printed the type of variable having this value 4.56 is what? Class float. There's a shorter way you can go about this. Yes, I think either in your project work or in an assignment that will be giving in an assignment that will be giving you in one of the assignments that will give you, you will be asked to identify the type of data that is available. So let me use another way and get it to this type. All right, CDK going to give us a floating value. Really, we are following. So that's that. That is that for. Okay, Somto, you want to speak? Mr. Somto, do you want to speak? Okay, perhaps that was a mistake. Okay, we're on floating data type. So now the next one is I will use example for complex number, and remember why they were teaching us. They use this example: z is equals to 13 plus 7j. So once you print the type of variable having this, they'll tell you there's a complex number type. Complex number. So z will give us only give us. Remember, Python is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. I said in one of the classes we had last week, the rules of naming, of assigning variables, that Python is very case sensitive. Here I use capital letter Z. When I used it here, what was the error? Name error. Name Z is not defined. Name Z is not defined. So we have to understand that it has to be a capital letter, because here I use capital letter. So when I print it, it gave me complex number. So that is that for that. Okay, back to here. The next type of data type is string data type. String data type. String data type. What is a string data type? What is a string data type? Okay, let's look at it together. No, this doesn't make sense. I'm coming. Let's look at something. Aha. Good. A string a string is generally considered a data type that is often implemented as an array data structure, that is, or words, that stores a sequence of elements, typically character, using some character coding. There was something else I also searched that I would like to share with us. You see? Okay, good. See it here. They say a string in Python is a sequence of characters used to represent text. It is used to represent text. It is an immutable data type, meaning that once a string is created, its value cannot be changed. Strings are enclosed in either single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes, which allows what? Multiple line strings, which allow multiple line strings, which allow multiple line strings. So if we go back to um, our coding where we're writing, I'd like us to define what a string is. What is a string data type? Let me just bring it from where we got it and do paste it there. What is a string data type? So this was what we learned to be a string data type. Remember, anytime you are writing a string, you have to put it in either single quote, double quote, or triple quote. And the essence is this: for the single quote, we're rightly told that it allows room for what? Multiple strings. We have single string, which will give us a single quote. We have double quoted string, which will be in double quote. We have multiple line strings, and it will give us in what? In triple quote. So let me write something so that we'll understand. So anytime you want to write a string, let's say uh, Alice, okay, Alice equals to hello world. Hello world. This is a string in double quote. So we'll say type Alice is string. I believe we can see that it's showing us that this is a string. So this is how you write. Anytime you're writing a string, you ensure that you write it in double quotes. You write it in double quote. For instance, back to this example, this was a string. This is a string written here, and it was written in what? In quote, in quotation. So the next data type is sequence data type. Sequence data type. In this sequence data type, we're going to explain list in, in explaining list. Then I think that's what we have today. Okay, what is
Okay, I believe you have explained data type enough, and you can go to the next. So they will do the research on the remaining data type that is remaining, and I want you to go to the next topic. Okay.
okay, sir? All right. That's it. That's it. But sorry, before I go to the next one, sorry, sir. Let me just talk about this Boolean data type. This one holds values in either true or false. Uh, Boolean data type holds value in either true or false values. So the next thing we're going to look at is what a list is. I think for today's agenda, we are on the last point now. What is a list? What is a list? What is a list? What is a list? A list in Python is a versatile and mutable data structure used to store an ordered collection of various data types, including numbers, strings, and even other lists. Lists are defined by enclosing comma. Lists are defined by enclosing comma separated values with what? Square bracket. Lists are defined by enclosing comma separated values with what? Square bracket. So the first thing I'd like us to note about a list is a list is different from a string, because in string we make use of um, a normal bracket that is in form of a curve, open and close bracket. But in a list we make use of what? We make use of square bracket in a list. So let's look at an example. Let's look at an example. Okay, before I go to our example, I'd like us to understand also that in list, they told us here, we're made to understand that it can be of various data types. It includes numbers, strings, and even other lists. So we can have a list in a list. We can have uh, numeric data type, string data type, boolean data type, and so on and so forth in a list. That's what we have in the list. So let's look at it. My list. The screen. Okay, share this tab. So I'd like us to look at it. Which type of somebody should answer this question? Is this camel case or snake case of writing of assigning a variable? According to what we did in the last class, is that a camel case or a snake case?
It's snake case, sir. Snake case.
Snake case. Okay. Okay. Um, who answered? I don't know. I wasn't watching. Was this Miss Francis? Were the one who answered? Oh,
I said the snake.
okay, okay, okay. Shaibu, Shaibu, please can you explain why she said it's snake case? Can you
Pardon?
explain? Can you explain why she said it's snake case?
No, sir.
You can't.
Yes, sir.
Then you have to go back and look at our previous class. So who
Okay,
will
sir.
explain it to her apart from Mrs. Francis? Either Sunto or Mrs. Abigail, one of you should please explain. Shaibu, please mute your mic. Who is that? Okay, Mrs. Abigail or any other person, explain it
Yes, sir.
to explain it to him why she said it is a snake case.
I thought you said if the camel case, the first letter is lower case, and then
Okay.
so I don't, I'm confused. Sir, what are we? What is it? Is it not this my list that we're looking at, sir?
Yes, no, yes, that's what we're looking at. I just wanted him to explain why you said why she said that this is a camel case, a snake case rather. From
Okay,
the
sir.
previous
Sir,
Okay.
class,
so I wanted to be sure. Is it 51 we are looking at, or this my list that you just wrote, sir?
it's my list.
Okay, I thought you said camel case is usually the first letter is usually a small letter, lower case. So I don't know. That's
Okay,
what I'm thinking.
okay. How about snake
It's
case?
because of the underscore that is there. That's why
All
it's
right. Okay.
snake case.
Yes, good, 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 good. That's good.
Okay.
That's just what I wanted us to understand.
Okay,
As for the name,
I want to make this clear to each and every one of us, Mrs. Abigail and Mrs. Frances. The reason for snake case, cases, rather cases. We have a snake case and camel case and some other which is Pascal's case. So cases are used to declare variables to make your work look neat. So an instructor, say you just declared my list, it asks why my list is being declared like this. Okay, so I want you to know why we normally use cases in declaring variable. Okay, we use cases to declare variable for readability. Okay,
all right, all right. Thank you, sir. So let's continue. Okay, I said earlier that a list can contain different type of data. So I want us to see that an example. So this is a example of a list, my list. Let's print it and see. Okay, let's check something. Let me check something. Now, good. So I want to use this and explain something. You see, while I was defining what a list is, we're made to understand that items can be of various data types in a list, including numbers, strings, and even other lists. Now, when I wrote this my list, we're having 23, which is an integer. We're having hello world, which is a word, a string. We're having 3.14, which is a word, a floating value. And we have what? True, which is a word, a boolean value. A boolean value. Now, when I printed my list, this was the result that we got. We had this result that was given to us here. I now checked for the data type that contains this. And you see, they told us what? It's a list. That means that the system understand that my list carries or contains what? Different type of data. So when we print it, it gives us um, the list function. So that is that for that. Now, for the remaining time that we're going to have, because this is what I actually prepared for today's class, I would like um, someone who is using their laptop to share their screen, and then we'll move on. Because I would like you to do some little practicals for us to see. Mr. Somto, the last time you said you could use your phone and share, I don't know if that's possible today. I would like you to share your screen so that we'll practicalize a little. Let me just know that you guys have also been practicing and have understanding of what we have been doing so far. So who's going to share their screen with us? Somto, can you share your screen with us? Hello, is Somto in class? Oh,
Yes, I'm in class.
okay. So I'm asking, can you share your screen with us? Is
I'm
it
using my phone.
so you can't do that, right?
Yeah,
You can't do that.
I
Shaibu,
can do that.
you can do it.
Yes, with phone. If it's possible to do it with phone, I can do it.
No, no, don't worry. Let Shaibu do it. Shaibu, please share your screen with us. Is Shaibu in class? Mr. Shaibu, are you in class? I would like you to share your screen with us. So it seems some people are not in class. Yes, yes, you can talk, Mrs. Francis. Mrs. Francis,
Can I share my screen, sir?
sure you can.
Can I share my screen, sir?
Yes, you can. You can share your screen. Okay, I've stopped sharing. Now share yours.
You
Hello.
said
Oh, your
I
network
should
is.
open new.
Yeah, open a new tab. Go to your Google Colab.
Please,
Your network is very poor. Okay, it's back now. I didn't get your question.
sir, can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Can you see
No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
my screen, sir?
I haven't seen it yet. You see, am I the only one?
No, we have not seen your screen yet.
I've not
Please,
seen it yet.
how do I do it? It's actually color.
Okay, okay, this is what you're going to do.
I
Go
don't.
to
Maybe I'm
your
doing
go to your
it wrong.
Jitsi. Go to your Jitsi, right? Go to your Jitsi. Go to your GC Are you there? So we explained it the last time. The after the first we know the first one where you mute your mic, skip that. The second one is to start camera, skip it. The third one is you should share your screen. So go there and click on share your screen. So when you share it, it will come up, a dialog will open. Choose what to share with, miss something something or GC, right? So the site will be able to see the content of your screen. That's what you see there. So
Okay.
you under Chrome tabs or whatever, wherever you open it, you now go and click the new tab or the Google Colab tab that you want to share with us. That's what you have to do.
Can you see?
Oh, I've not been able to see your screen. Oh,
So, Mrs. Francis, do you really know how to share your screen?
But you share.
Hello?
I just explained that.
Hello, Mrs. Francis.
Uh, okay, okay. So that we don't waste too much time.
So, Shaibu, can you share your
Taibu,
screen?
share yours.
Video camera.
Okay. Yes, sir. Can you see, sir?
Not yet, not yet. I've not seen it yet. I've not seen it yet. Shaibu, are you sharing your screen? We're waiting for you.
It's Dr. Sylvia.
Sir,
I think most of them don't know how to share their screen.
no.
Only Abigail who knows how to share his screen. And we are going to take time to teach them how to share their screen because it is more important for them to share their screen. And also, Shaibu, and when you are coming to class, please go to a place where uh, there is uh, there is a place where you can have a meeting with us, a quiet place, not a place that is crowded. Okay, Mr. Shaibu. Hello,
Oh,
Shaibu.
Shaibu, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
I've seen your screen. We are seeing your screen now. Please,
Yes.
can you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard it.
Go to a place where it's quiet, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, your screen just went off. I don't know if you canceled it.
Okay, let me share again. Okay, I've shared it, sir.
Okay, it's
Okay,
coming up.
so I'm seeing it now.
Right, yes, I can see it too. So I would like you to I would like you to do one or two things for us. So you are going to practicalize indentation, because that's the first thing we did. And you are going to do it exactly what we did in class today. You make use of the if else statement. I believe you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is what I want you to write. Write score is equals to score is equals to 98.
Yes, sir.
Score, all right. Good. So in the next column, in the next column, you write if score if score equal, uh-huh, equals to